Hello there, Bitizens, and welcome to the Killer Bits. As always, my name is Francesca, and today I have a deck for you. I actually have a Raptor deck for you. At last, we've finally gotten around to sorting out this Raptor deck. And this took me a lot of work, I'm going to be honest with you. I've gone through so many iterations of this deck. I don't really play that much Raptor. And, you can play, a base attack, sustain deck, where you just build base attack, sustain, heal through to the final fight, and try and kill your opponent. But that's really boring. And this deck is hopefully competitive whilst also being a little bit more interesting. And this is our Demon Reflect deck. So the way this deck works is you do have, your basic AP gaining. We have full Darox here. If you're under 15 health, get 2 base attack. We have KGP agents. We have Count Draenor here for reach. We have Slime Toes for reach. We have base attack gain in Jad, in Diagonal Sentinel, in Tormented Demon, and in Yuklagor. That's where the demons start to come in. And in total, we have 12 base attack gain. Then we also have, your healing. So we have our Cullen Neuromancer. Draenor kind of works into that as well. And our Diagonal Fledgling, along with the heals and stuff like Sentinel and Armor that's across some of these creatures. But then what makes this interesting is we also have Reflect. So Reflect to deal damage to rival equal to your next creature's attack. And we have a card to gain gold called Preparation. Gain gold equal to half your next creature's attack. So if a creature has 10 attack, you can Preparation reflect that creature back at your opponent. And the thing that's also worth noting here is because this deck has AP gain, you can then also kill that creature. So you're not going to be taking the high amounts of damage. Now what you're looking to reflect here is Jad, for example, and also K'ril Tsutsaroth. So Jad is a standard one. You reflect him, then you kill him and get the base attack and the armor. K'ril, you reflect the damage, you kill him, right? And you can actually use something, like Monolith Chamber into K'ril to help you kill it if you don't have enough base attack, which then kills your next demon and gives you a 5/1 weapon. And you can actually chain this into a strike, like into a greater demon, for example, to deal a little bit of more damage to your opponent. So ideally, if you went something like Preparation, Reflect, Tsutsaroth, whatever his name is, into Greater Demon, you're doing 13 damage from the Reflect, and then you've got a 5 weapon into a Greater Demon, which is already dead, so you don't use a weapon. So you're hitting them for then at least 7 if you're on 2 base attack, more than. So that's at least 20 damage across a chapter, which is quite nice. Alternatively, you can do K'ril into Yuklagor, which will kill him and give you 2 base attack. Or you could potentially do K'ril into Tormented Demon, though that does mean you replace the 5/1 weapon with the 4/2, but then you also get another base attack. So it's a fairly nice combo, and that's kind of what we're going with here. And again, Monolith Chamber just gives us a little bit more reach, and White Wolf gives us card draw. So that is the deck. That is what we're going to be doing, and I'm in gold at the moment, so I feel like this is a viable deck in gold, so hopefully I'll be able to show you guys that here with how this match goes. We're up against a Venescula, so whenever we go into a Venescula, you're asking, is this aggro or is this AP sustain? If it's aggro, she's going to be trying to kill you. You want to be a little bit more cautious with your health. If it's AP sustain, then you can be a little bit more kind of crazy about it, I guess. And this is actually a pretty nice starting hand. I mean, we've got 2 KGPs there, right? So we can actually get straight up to 4 base. I'm just trying to think how we can kind of combo these cards together to then maybe make use of these, because we will discard 2 cards here. And ultimately, I think what we're going to do is put the Count Draenor back and the Yuklagor back, and hold on to the Diagonal Sentinel and the Tormented Demon. I think that's a good call here. Oh, and we've seen our Preparation, which we do then risk discarding if we play both the KGP. So this will put us on 4 base, which means we can take 12 damage from the Tormented Demon, puts us on 5 base, and then straight into the Diagonal Sentinel. But we will discard the Preparation and the Tormented Demon, which means the Reflect strategy is less viable in this game, just because we have a little bit less gold gain. But it's not the end of the world, right? 12 damage. Then we get 5 health.
I must think.
I think this is okay. Let's see what this is. Okay, so this is damage Venescula. This is definitely an aggressive Venescula, which means taking 12 damage here might not be the best plan, although we do heal for 5 afterwards. So we're really only taking 7. And we're dealing 4 to her. And we're gaining, what, 4 base attack, I think? We're getting a lot of base attack, so this is pretty nice. Let's see how this goes. And then hopefully, if we draw, like our Cullen Neuromancer or something here, we can then start to heal back up. The only problem with this play, obviously, is we're spending all of our cards, which I feel like is a very risky play to make against the aggressive deck. But given our starting hand, I think this is the best play that we could have made, honestly. And there's a Hunger, so now she's on 13 health. And 3 base, whereas we're going to be up on 6 base at the end of Chapter 1, which is huge for the record. Getting that much base attack that quickly is really, really good. But we have 0 cards, where she's played White Wolf and Crassian, so she's going to have a full hand of cards, and we're only going to have 3. So this is where this could get risky, and that's why these double discard strategies aren't working. Here is a visual bug. We definitely do not have these cards in our hand. We definitely discarded them both. And this is a bug in the game that's really frustrating because if we'd thought that we did have these cards in our hand, you know, we might have actually played them. But that is 100% something we do not want to do here. We do not want to think that we have Tormented Demon in preparation because 100% we don't. Like, look, there we discarded Tormented Demon, there we discarded preparation. So we'll just ignore these. I don't know if this can become a problem in the grand scheme of things, but potentially maybe. I mean, we're going first. I think we just go Count Draenor into Cully for, you know, 14 health. And just kind of leave it at that. That's, to me, the best play that we can make here. Just, you know, heal back up. And see how we're going. And you see here now it says I have one card in my hand. So there is currently a bug when you discard cards that sometimes it doesn't realize that you've discarded them. So you got to be a little bit clever, especially in ranked, that you don't, you know, mess yourself up here. So we're back up to full health, which is nice. She's on 4 gold, 5 gold. So this is probably going to be a Gorge. There's the Gorge. Seal up to 3 health. We actually probably should have played our Culinaromancer later on in the chapter just to let her do some damage to us before we started healing. Because we did lose out on, what, 3 health there ultimately? Which is a bit of a waste. It's not the end of the world, but it's a little bit of a waste. And we don't quite have the reach to kill K'ril, unfortunately. Let's see what we draw here. White Wolf would be really good, just to get us some draw. We've got Preparation, Reflect. That's actually probably worth doing. So we'll go Preparation, Reflect, K'ril, Dag. Right, so we'll one-shot the Dag. I mean, we're not using the Kill the Demon effect of K'ril, unfortunately, but what we are doing is 13 damage to her, and she has 21 health. So, you know, if she's feeling a bit risky, and she might play something like an Alpha Werewolf and take 8 herself, which combined with the 13 that we're going to deal is actually 21 damage. So this could be game for us here, if Venescula feels like she's going to take a risk. Holy shit! Ring of Recoiling 6 damage? Is that really worth it? Oh, you're gonna have 2 health here. That's game. The Reflects just won us the game. And you're dead. So there you go. Even though we actually discarded most of our hand and had a little bit of card draw issues with that game, you can see kind of how consistent the deck is. We got up to 6 base attack in the first round. You saw us using the healing. You saw us using the Reflect. We got lucky and drew a second preparation. And that's more or less it for the Raptor deck. We'll have a second go at it and hopefully, you know, get another win under our belt. But this is a deck that it took me a long time to find all the pieces and components that I wanted to put together to make this deck. But in the grand scheme of things, I think is actually a pretty goddamn strong deck. Like, it's got a lot of nice elements that work together. You're able to do a lot of damage to your opponent whilst also ramping up that base attack. And that's something that's really kind of nice about it. I would say that it's a more challenging deck to play against maybe like a Grief Linza, for example, who's removing your AP, because you've got to get your base attack up before she can start to take it down effectively. But fortunately for that, we do have a lot of reach in this deck. You know, we've got a couple of Slime Toes, we've got Monolith Chamber you can play for reach even if you're only on 1 base attack. There's definitely options in the deck to give you that reach in order to defeat your opponent. So we've got an Ariane here. So Ariane, typically, you see a lot of 1 AP Arianes at the moment. We did a Papa Mambo Potions AP Ariane, 1 AP Ariane deck last week. You can always check that out on the channel. And that's definitely something that's worth looking into. Okay, we've got a lot of reach here. So we could, if we actually Monolith Chambered the Diagonal Sentinel, one-shot it, but I don't think that's worthwhile. We're going to get rid of the Greater Demon, we're going to get rid of the Diagonal Sentinel, and we're going to hold on to the White Wolf. Because White Wolf is card draw, so this is options, basically. And then you can see we've got my K'ril and our, what do you even call it? Our K'ril and our Reflect. So we'll go White Wolf, Slime Toes,
I must think fast.
Dag. Like, we can use the Monolith Chamber to avoid a little bit of damage, is the thing. So we could Monolith the Diagonal Sentinel, but I quite like Monolithing the K'ril as well. Like, that's an option. Put it down to 3. We can then just kill that in 1 hit next chapter. You know? So I think that's just the play that we're going to make for now. And just, I think we can afford to take the damage against Ariane. Although you do get aggro Arianes a lot, so maybe this is a bad decision. We'll see how it works though. I mean, unfortunately, you know, we're not going to be on 6 base at the end of this chapter, but we'll have a decent set of stats at the end of it, I think. Oh no! Oh, fucking Sedrador. So this will put him on 11 health, and oh shit. That is a huge play. We should have Monolith. Why didn't we Monolith? We're taking 20 damage here. Oh, bollocks. I have 8 health. That is a huge play from Ariane. That's a huge play. Jesus Christ. Hopefully we draw a diagonal fledgling. I mean, we have Draenor in our hand, which is nice. And we can chain the Draenor into another Draenor, which ultimately is not terrible. Holy crap, dude. That Sedrador was such a strong play. I feel bad. I'm really cross with myself ultimately. Oh, we didn't draw 2 Draenors. We only drew 1. Shit. Okay. Let's do some working out. If we can get a Cullen Aromancer here, for example, then we should still be okay. And we did. That's the play there. That'll heal us back up. Then we can, like I say, next chapter, Monolith, K'ril, Tormented Demon, perhaps? Oh, sorry, Monolith, K'ril, Yuklagor. The problem is, obviously, this is a damage deck, and I've got such little health that this is going to be very tricky. The good news is we're going first, so we will be able to at least get 11 healing off here. And she doesn't have a whole lot of cards in her hand, so hopefully she's not going to be able to quite kill us, which is nice. Oh, if she'd played another, if she'd played another Sedrador, that would not have been fun times. Whew, right. Like I say, we can kill the K'ril into the Yuklagor to get base attack, but we really need some kind of heal as well. That Sedrador was huge for her.
I have low health.
Steal up to 4 health from your next creature. So we can do this into Jad, which gives us armor. I'm wondering what the best way to do this is, because ideally I don't want to take damage from Count Draenor. I'd rather one-shot it. Question is, if we do remove 4 health from Tribe, that then gives us a heal into armor gain. But then we can't, you know, then unless we do this into Yuklagor, and then we've got base attack, which gives us options, you know. But then we aren't playing our Reflect. But we've got Jad in our hand, so if we get prep, we can always prep Jad. Can she hit me for 9 in 1 slot? I don't think that she can. Oh, it's fine. Oh, fucking grief. I need to stop playing monsters. This is clearly the problem with this deck. Okay, there we go. So we got some health. Maybe I should have gone for a Greater Demon at the end, actually, just to kill her. Tried to kill her rather than continue with this. Ooh, 7 damage. Not nice. Well, we're slowly but surely plodding on with this matchup. I've got 1 health. Wait, shit, I equipped a weapon! Holy crap! Oh, this is not looking so tasty. Right, we gotta pray to the Cullen Aromancer gods, okay? I'm praying to the Cullen Aromancer gods here. Oh, dearie me. This has been... That 20 damage at the start absolutely kind of wrecked us. Honestly, the fact that we've even dragged this game out this far is pretty good. Oh, no shit, I have low health. So I need to turn it into healing. Like, I can try and turn this damage into, you know, actual damage to her, but she'll just kill me. The thing is, she'll probably just kill me anyway. So the question is, do we heal into a strike, potentially? Into Darox? Puts us on 7 into Jad for more healing. I think we've probably lost, but we've got to make the most of this that we can, you know. If we can somehow survive, that's fantastic. Oh, she's got the grief. Seriously? She got the grief? Oh, she's taken my gold. And now I'm not getting Darox, which means Jad is not working. That is so convenient. Oh, I'm an idiot, and now I'm dead. Well, you can't win them all, you guys. You can't win them all. And you saw just how good this deck was early on. And I do feel like if we hadn't taken, you know, a Sedrador onto our Diagonal Fledgling, we would have been fine. I mean, this was the problem with going first. If we'd gone second, you know, the Sedrador would have hit the Slime Toes, and it would have been, you know, a pain. We would have taken maybe 12 damage. But it wouldn't have been, you know, the 2 massive hits off the dag, and that's very unfortunate. And you know, she played that well. Congratulations. This grief here Because if I then one-shot the Jad, I would have had 7 health and 4 armor, and then I think we maybe could have gone from there. But hopefully you guys saw from the deck just how successful it is in terms of sustain. The fact that, you know, we took that much damage but still held out for that long versus what was ultimately a very aggressive deck. I mean, oh, that Ogre Chieftain hurt because I equipped this 5/1 weapon. I took 5 extra damage that I didn't really want to take. But yeah, that is the Raptor Demon Reflect deck. And I actually do think it's a very good deck. I mean, these ranked games here were all played with that deck. And I think it does have, you know, a good set of cards. It's also not too expensive. I think the only diamond in here is full Darox, which is nice. You don't really need any more gold than it has. Like, the preparation works into the Reflect, so that's fine. And the problem with that last game is definitely I couldn't put pressure on the Ariane because she'd already put pressure on me. Like, huge amounts of pressure right at the start, but never mind. I think it's worth showcasing, you know, where the decks fail as well as how good they are. I mean, you don't win every single game, but I do have a decent win rate. And you could take Darox out and then maybe put in, you know, more healing with a Dagonal Fledgling. Like, this does probably have more or less enough AP gain. So if you were going to take Darox out, I would just add another Fledgling in there and go from there. And I do think the K'ril Tsutsaroth, whatever his name is really good, because what you can do, obviously, if you could go KGP, for example, 1 base attack into Monolith Chamber, into this, get a 5/1 weapon into Yuklagor, and then get 2 more base attacks. So that's then 3 base attack and a 5/1 weapon, and then going into the next chapter. Like, it's a nice card, and it synergizes very well with this Reflect strategy we're doing with the Jad, and with the K'ril to get some damage out on top of, you know, your Greater Demons. Anyway, guys, that has been the Raptor deck, and I've been Francesca. If you've enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. And if there's anything you want me to do for the next week's video, let me know. I do believe some balance changes are coming next week, so we'll kind of see how that is. Or I don't know if they're coming next week or they're being mentioned next week, but if there's balance changes, maybe we can come up with some new decks for Morvran or whatever. But yeah, let me know what you want in the comments below. And yeah, like I said, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you want to find us on social media, we have a Facebook, facebook.com/thekillerbits, and a Twitter @thekillerbits. And if you want to catch me building decks, for example, I was streaming today. I have a Twitch, twitch.tv/Jaggerus. You can catch me playing ranked, building these decks, doing dungeoneering, that sort of thing, as well as other games. We don't just stream Chronicle. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!